So at the time of recording this, tomorrow is going to be Gamescom 2022. We have a little bit of a fuller list of some of the games that we can expect to see there. We talked a little bit about some of the games last week, but again, I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit of a broader, I guess, list, if you will, of Gamescom 2022. A little bit of kind of a calm before the storm, if you will, and get your guys' kind of feedback and thoughts and opinions, what you guys hope to see, what games you guys are most excited for. So do let me know in the comment section below. Again, we're going to be talking about, I'm going to try to mention as many of the games that have been confirmed as possible. But that said, there's apparently still more to be announced. Now, first things first, this is kind of separate, but it's also going to be part of Gamescom in a way. It's going to be Destiny 2. We have the Destiny 2 showcase taking place on the same day, and obviously that's going to be its own kind of event, but I guess it's all part of the same day. So let's just kind of include it in this discussion. And I'm really excited about that for a couple reasons. Number one, we have a returning raid, which a lot of people are kind of, torn between whether it's going to be King's Fall or Wrath. Now, I think it's going to be King's Fall. There's rumors that it might be King's Fall, and whether it is or isn't, I think that'd be the perfect one, especially with the Witch Queen theme that we've been having this year with this, big expansion. So I think that'd be awesome. Season 17 is just wrapping up. We're going into season 18, or do I have that backwards? I don't know, man. I forget the number. I remember the names, but not always the numbers. But the point is, this last season was pretty solid. It had a pretty good story and things like that. So I'm really excited to see what they announce with the next season. Obviously, confirming what the returning raid is going to be from Destiny 1. If you're a Destiny fan, it's always an exciting time. So going to be obviously reacting to that as well when that comes out. Going to be playing through it. Always been a big Destiny fan, so it's pretty exciting. Also, if you didn't check it out, if you didn't see, I was actually featured in sort of like a trailer for the Destiny 2 showcase. It's going to be taking place tomorrow, which is really cool. My reaction to the witness was at the very end of the trailer. It's up on everywhere, actually, their social media. It's on their YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. It's really cool to be featured in that because, again, I've been with the game since alpha, and of course I've been with Bungie since the Oni days. I still have Oni. It's really cool to be featured in something like that, and just it's just surreal to me. So anyways, just want to kind of throw that out there. So beyond that, I think we're gonna get obviously Lightfall, the next expansion. We're gonna get that kind of a little bit of a reveal and teaser for that. How much are we gonna get for that? No idea. Your guess is as good as mine. We probably won't get a ton, but I think we'll get probably a decent amount. So I'm really excited to see obviously in the short term with the new season kicking off tomorrow, and getting confirmation on the new raid and all that good stuff. But in the long term, what next year's expansion is gonna entail. And also one last thing, we're getting Arc 3.0, which they detailed in a recent this week at Bungie. So if you're a Destiny fan, huge stuff. I know we're already taking a chunk of time with Destiny because there is a lot to expect from that game alone. But let's talk about some of the other games that are going to be specifically at Gamescom opening night. So Jeff Keighley sent out an email. If you're part of the email list, you already know what the list, you already know what the list of games in this email is and was. You would have seen it, but I want to talk about some of them. So some of the games that have been confirmed, and some of them I want to talk a little bit more about. Some of them not really so much. Sonic Frontiers, I don't really care to talk a whole lot about that one personally. Maybe you're excited about it. I don't know. It doesn't look the greatest to me, but who knows? We'll see. The next one is Hogwarts Legacy. Of course, you guys know I'm super stoked for that. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. A lot of people have been really excited about Hogwarts Legacy. We talked about this last week a little bit. I won't go too far into it, but it did get delayed. So if you didn't know, it's not coming out this year, which is fine. Like, again, it's always disappointing when something gets delayed, but at the end of the day, it's better for a game to get delayed and that they, have it completely ready than for them to push it out when it's too soon and then it's just, bad things happen. You don't want to rush the game. I mean, come on. I keep referencing it, but you don't want a Cyberpunk 2077 situation, especially with a game that, a lot of, there's a huge fandom for, with the Harry Potter world, the wizarding world, if you will, with Hogwarts Legacy. You don't want that happening with that kind of game, right? So take their time. Whenever it's ready, it's ready. They did say February, but if for some reason it gets delayed beyond that, man, whatever. Just take whatever time you need. I'd rather it be a good game, Breath of the Wild, right? That game got delayed again and again and again, and eventually we got a masterpiece. So listen to Nintendo's ways. They're smart. And I always quote Mr. Miyamoto, right? Who says, well, I'm paraphrasing, but I should know the quote by now, but basically a rushed game is bad forever and a delayed game is eventually good or something like that. Anyways, you know the quote, you probably heard it. So Hogwarts Legacy, we're going to be getting some more information, a new look at that, so that's going to be super exciting stuff. The next one is the Callisto Protocol. This game, it's crazy, okay? So Glenn Schofield is working on it. And he worked back in the day on games like, what was it, Dead Space? So, kind of has that creepy kind of vibe. It has a very Dead Space kind of feel to it, right? Kind of horror in outer space. It looks nuts. It looks super gnarly. Maybe not up everybody's alley because it is pretty brutal. I get that, and that's not maybe everybody's cup of tea, but it looks pretty insane. So I'm really excited to hear more about that. That's a game that is supposed to come out still this year in December. So if all goes as planned, it should be coming out. And I'm really excited to see how that game turns out because, man, it looks insane. There's a couple games that I'm not really familiar with. So one of them is called High on Life. Again, I'm not really familiar with that. It sounds like I've probably seen the trailer for it, but not super familiar. The next one is Return to Monkey Island. Now, Monkey Island is a game that obviously I remember from when I was a kid. It's a very old game. I don't remember like the little details, honestly. Like I remember obviously playing the game, but I don't remember a lot about it. So I'm excited to jump back into this version, Return to Monkey Island. I think it's going to be solid. I think it's, I'm hoping it's going to be solid because from what I remember of the original Monkey Island, which I'm pretty sure my dad still owns on PC, I think he still has the discs for them. So that's pretty cool. I'll have to ask him about that. It's going to be exciting to see more of that game at Gamescom. A couple ones I'll just go through real quick is the Outlast trials, right? Obviously people love Outlast, so in general I think people are excited for that. A little bit more horror. Lies of P, I'm actually not super familiar with this one. A buddy said that they're actually looking forward to this game. I think is it okay? So Lies of P, if I'm reading it up, it's an action Souls-like game based on Pinocchio and a dark bell. I don't even know how to say that. World that is mixed with Bloodborne and Sekiro vibes. Okay, that is a weird combination that I am now extremely intrigued about. So, you know what? I'm actually really excited to hear more about this game. Now that, like, I guess maybe I hadn't heard much about it. I don't know why I haven't heard much about it. Maybe I just didn't pay attention, but that sounds pretty cool. All right, that sounds pretty cool. I'm intrigued. Genshin Impact, I have never played it. When they first revealed it, I was like, dude, this is just like a Breath of the Wild ripoff, and so I never paid attention. But apparently it ended up having a great success in and of itself. A lot of people love the game, so I guess we're getting something regarding Genshin Impact, and maybe I should play it. I don't know, let me know if you guys want to see me play it on the channel. By the way, it is worth noting, all Nintendo content goes on a different channel, so if you're ever into Nintendo-based content, I'm a huge Nintendo nerd, and that's why I have a whole channel just for Nintendo. We do a lot of stuff there. I do a lot of Nintendo guides, walkthroughs, tutorials, like, how to catch certain Pokemon in certain Pokemon games and how to, evolve them, or Breath of the Wild, some of the side quests, or, different Zelda games, everything. I do everything there. It's a lot of fun. I'm a huge Nintendo nerd. So if you ever want to see me nerd out like super hard on Nintendo content, that's where you can find that. Moving on from that, Gotham Knights, I'm like iffy, man. I'm like, when it first got announced, I was like super excited. We got some stuff revealed over the course of time, and it's kind of like I feel like this game could be a hit or a miss. Like, it could be really good, or it could just absolutely flop. And I'm really hoping that it's going to be amazing and it doesn't flop, but it could flop, and that's what I'm scared of. So let's just hope that it's good. We'll see a little bit more of it. I'm gonna definitely jump into the game when it comes out, but I just hope they execute it, because this is the kind of game that I feel like it could go either way. It could either fall flat on its face, or it could be a really solid kind of Gotham sort of experience. I was gonna say a Batman experience, but there's not really Batman, right? Batman's apparently dead in the game, so I mean, who knows? Maybe he's not actually dead and he just faked his death. Maybe that's the plot twist. And again, that might seem a little predictable, so I don't know. Beyond that, we got Goat Simulator 4. Now, I haven't played all the Goat Simulators, but I have platinumed, Goat Simulator 3, I guess it would have been, on PlayStation. I think I even got all the achievements on Xbox because it was on Xbox Game Pass, or it might have been Goat Simulator 2. I don't remember if it was 2 or 3. It was one of them. But it's always a lot of fun. It's is just crazy. It's just out there. So obviously excited to see more about Goat Simulator 4 and how insane that one's going to be. I might butcher this next name. Honkai Star Rail. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but not really 100% sure what this game is, but I guess we'll see. From just a quick Google search, it looks sort of like an anime style game. Almost feels like it has like some Xenoblade Chronicles inspiration to it, just from like these quick screenshots. I could be way off on that. But let's be honest, nothing beats Xenoblade Chronicles, but I'm sure it'll be a great game in and of itself. They have a new IP that's going to be announced from Unknown Worlds, which I'm not actually familiar with. Unknown Worlds, or I might be, and I just don't know their games. Oh, okay, they made like Subnautica and games like that. That's pretty much the only game that I actually know that they made. So they're going to be announcing a brand new IP. And then finally we got The Expanse, which is going to be a Telltale series. Telltale games are always a lot of fun, in my opinion. Not really sure about The Expanse. I don't really know a lot about it. Apparently it's in the near future on the outskirts of the asteroid belt. A bloody mutiny breaks loose on the Artemis. And there's a bunch of stuff going on there. So anyways, that's kind of the basics, basic plot there. So there's all that. And I think my buddy said Session as well is going to be showcased at Gamescom as well, which Session has been in like beta for a while. But they're approaching the full release shortly. I can't remember when. I think it's in September. Again, I'm sorry, I can't remember that. I'm drawing a blank. I wasn't actually going to mention Session. I didn't plan to, but I remember that at the very end of this. So anyways, that's just kind of a quick little mention. So let me know, at least out of this list, like I said, it also says more to be announced in the email. So there's going to be more stuff beyond that. But you know, what else could we see? Your guess is as good as mine. Is there going to be any big reveals? I have no idea. And let me know though if you think there will be any other big reveals, and at least out of this list, what are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments below. I'll bring you guys some reactions here on the channel tomorrow, so stay tuned. It's gonna be a good time. Really excited personally, most of all for the Destiny showcase. That's the big thing for me tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to that. So let me know what your big thing is, and I'll see you guys soon. Another one. Stay safe, stay well. Thanks for watching, and until then, game on.